Ever feel like you're meant to do something great, but you have no idea what it is? Or maybe you started a career, went to school for it, even told everyone it was your dream, but now you kind of hate it? You're not alone. So many of us feel lost, even when we think we're following our passion. But what if that advice, just follow your passion, is actually wrong? In his book Mastery, Robert Greene says there's a better, more honest way to find your path in life. He calls it your life's task, and today I'll show you what that really means. Let's be real, most advice about passion sounds like something you'd find on a coffee mug. Follow your heart, do what you love, and you'll never work a day in your life. It sounds nice, it looks good on Instagram, but when you're confused about your future, that kind of advice doesn't actually help. Robert Greene, the author of Mastery, says we've got it all backward. He says passion isn't something you magically find. You don't wait for passion to hit you. You figure out who you are and build your life around that. And that's what he calls your life's task, your true path based on your unique nature, your personality, and your story. We've been told that passion is this big magical moment, like a lightning bolt. Bam, you suddenly know exactly what you're meant to do for the rest of your life. But let's be honest, how often does that really happen? Passion isn't a lightning strike, it's more like digging a well. At first it's just dirt. You keep digging. It's hard. You're not even sure if there's water down there. But then one day, something clicks. That's when you start to feel real purpose. The word passion makes it sound like you're supposed to feel excited all the time, like it should come easy or feel perfect right away. But in real life, most people feel confused, unsure, or even bored in the beginning. That's why Robert Greene doesn't use the word passion. He calls it your life's task. It's not about instant emotion. It's about discovering who you really are and slowly building a life that fits you. It grows with you, it evolves, and it starts when you stop waiting to feel passionate and start paying attention to your natural strengths. Okay, so if passion isn't the answer, how do you find your life's task? Robert Greene says it starts with one key thing, your nature, your natural inclinations. But how do you even know what that is? Here's where it gets interesting. Psychologist Howard Gardner said there isn't just one kind of intelligence, like being smart in school. There are actually 7 types. And depending on your DNA, childhood, and environment, you naturally lean toward one or 2 of them. Maybe you loved solving puzzles or doing math homework for fun. That's logical mathematical intelligence. Maybe you spent hours talking to imaginary characters or writing stories. That's linguistic or interpersonal intelligence. Me, I wanted to be an architect as a kid. Not because I loved rulers and blueprints, but because I saw the world in shapes. That's spatial intelligence. This is what Robert Greene means. Your life's task is hidden in the things that felt natural and exciting when you were young. The stuff you were drawn to before anyone told you what was practical. Think about Leonardo da Vinci. As a kid, he was obsessed with nature, water, how birds fly, how muscles work. He wasn't chasing passion, he was just endlessly curious. He followed the clues, and that led him to art, science, and invention. Ever been super into something like drawing, coding, or starting a business, only to drop it a few months later? You started strong, full of energy. You told yourself, this is it. I've found my thing. But then the high wore off. You got overwhelmed or bored or discouraged. And suddenly, your passion didn't feel so magical anymore. That's why the advice, follow your passion and the money will come, sounds nice, but it's dangerous because it assumes 3 big lies. 1, that you already know your passion. 2, that it's going to stay exciting forever. And 3, that it will automatically lead to money and success. Let's say you love photography. You buy a camera, start an Instagram, maybe even do a few gigs. But then clients don't pay well. Algorithms mess with your reach. You realize there's so much boring admin work behind the scenes. You didn't sign up for this part. So you start to doubt yourself. Maybe I don't love this after all. But here's the truth. Every meaningful path has boring parts, hard parts, and moments where you want to quit. Robert Greene says that's exactly why passion isn't enough. Your life's task, your true calling, isn't just about excitement. It's about curiosity, patience, and mastery. It's something you build, not something you magically feel all the time. Think about Charles Darwin. He didn't wake up one day passionate about evolution. No TED Talk, no inspirational Instagram quote. As a kid, he just loved collecting beetles. That's it. He filled drawers with them. He noticed patterns. He was curious about nature. Over time, that little obsession led him to study biology, travel the world on the HMS Beagle, and eventually write on the origin of species. That's how passion actually works. It grows quietly over years. So if you don't feel wildly passionate right now, that's okay. You're not broken, you're just human. The goal isn't to chase excitement, it's to follow your natural interests and go deep. Because when you go deep, that's where the skill grows, that's where confidence builds, and eventually, that's where opportunities and money start to show up. Think about successful YouTubers, artists, or athletes. Sure, they love what they do, but behind the scenes, they've spent years practicing, editing, failing, improving. It's not all passion, it's persistence. They didn't start out saying, "This is my passion forever." They started by following what they were a little curious about, and then they got good. So the next time you hear "follow your passion," take it with a grain of salt. Instead, start by following your interests, your energy, your curiosities. Build skill, stay patient, and let your life's task unfold one step at a time. Passion doesn't lead to mastery. Mastery leads to passion. If passion really was all you needed, then why do so many talented artists and creators give up when things get tough? You hear stories about people who seemed so full of passion, but then they quit halfway through their journey. Here's the truth. Passion can fade, but pain, hard work, struggle, failure, that sticks around. Without discipline and commitment, passion alone won't get you very far. You need something stronger to push through the hard parts. Robert Greene teaches that mastery isn't about a sudden burst of passion. It's about repetition, apprenticeship, and learning from failure. It's about showing up every day, even when you don't feel excited, and putting in the work to improve. Take Mozart. People call him a musical genius, but he wasn't just born that way. From the age of 3, Mozart practiced non-stop, coached by a strict and demanding father who pushed him hard. His mastery came from years of discipline, not just raw passion. So passion might start the fire, but it's discipline and hard work that keep it burning. What if you're 25, 35, or even 50 and still haven't figured out what your passion is? Does that mean you failed? So many people feel stressed or ashamed because they think they're late to the game. The idea that you have to know your passion early on creates a lot of unnecessary anxiety. It's like telling people, if you haven't figured it out by now, you're behind. And that's just not true. Your life's task isn't something you find all at once. It's something you discover through trying new things, making mistakes, and learning what really fits you over time. Take Julia Child, for example. She didn't start cooking seriously until her late 30s. Before that, she tried many different things. But when she finally found cooking, she threw herself into it and changed the way America eats forever. So it's never too late. You're not behind. You're just still uncovering what makes you come alive. Your life's task is still waiting for you to find it. So if passion isn't something you just find, how do you actually discover your life's task? How do you figure out what fits you right now? Robert Greene gives us a simple but powerful roadmap. It's not about waiting for a lightning bolt, it's about taking small, smart steps. Step 1. Think back to when you were a kid. What fascinated you? What did you spend hours doing without even noticing the time? Maybe you loved building things, telling stories, exploring nature, or solving puzzles. Those early interests are clues to your natural wiring. Step 2. Connect those interests to one or more of the 7 forms of intelligence we talked about. like linguistic, logical, spatial, or interpersonal. This helps you understand how you naturally see and interact with the world. Step 3. Start experimenting. Try different activities related to your interests. Notice what energizes you and what drains you. Keep the things that make you feel alive and curious. Step 4. Don't be afraid of the long road. Mastery takes time. Greene calls this phase apprenticeship, where you learn, practice, and grow step by step. Remember, you find your life's task by doing, not by waiting for some magical moment. Now it's your turn. Comment below. What were you obsessed with as a kid? And which kind of intelligence do you think that shows? Today, we busted a lot of myths about passion. We learned that your life's task is a deeper, more honest version of passion, one that's rooted in who you truly are, your natural wiring, and the things that have fascinated you all along. And we saw how history shows us this isn't just theory, it's real. From Leonardo da Vinci to Julia Child, people found their path by following curiosity, patience, and hard work. So remember, you don't need a sudden lightning bolt of passion to find your way. What you need is a compass and the courage to follow it, step by step. If this video helped you rethink passion and your own journey, please like and subscribe for more videos like this. And don't forget to share your childhood obsessions in the comments. I'd love to hear from you.